did that even come from?
Yo, that shit is crazy. Salute to everybody here in the building. You guys get some questions in for our guy Khan. I want to ask you this too, man, because I know you haven't really been paying too much attention, but we're 3-4 right now, right? And a lot of the talk in the nation is Josh McDaniels losing the locker room, him not being fit to be a head coach at the NFL level, his system not really working without Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the system. Bill Belichick has struggled without him. Josh McDaniels has struggled without him. Well, apparently some news came out today that there was a team only, players only, or not players only, but a team only meeting. There was no media attached to it. Basically, Josh McDaniels set up a meeting where his leaders, Devontae Adams, Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs, were in there voicing their opinions on the personnel, on the play calling, on everything. Pretty much just an all-team meeting where they got a chance to put everything on the table, how they felt about the head coach, the DC, whatever. Right?
Coaches were there too?
Yes, coaches were there also. And Josh McDaniels gave them the floor. What I mean? And said, you guys, basically this is what the quote was. This week, the team reportedly held a meeting, which it hopes will spark better performances, opened up the floor to his players on Thursday, allowing everyone to voice their frustrations. According to NFL media, nothing was off limits as players would discuss personnel, team culture, and yes, coaching as well. Max, Devontae, and Josh were a few players who reportedly spoke up, but the NFL media reports that players from all over the roster took McDaniels up on this opportunity. The Raiders players reportedly considered the meeting to be positive, even cathartic. I want to ask you this. With your time in the NFL, have you ever had a situation like that?
Fuck no, I wish that we needed that for Gruden. Man, what? We needed that. But I think if we would have had that with Gruden, I don't even think it would have went well. It would have been bad because it would have been a lot of talking shit. It would have been a lot of negativity. I feel like it would have been bad. But I feel like, you never know. It's a what if situation, but it possibly could have helped us too. But nah, I never had that. And just while you were talking, I didn't even let you finish, and I already assumed in my head, man, that shit is positive as fuck. I know that shit helped because it's just transparent. I just posted something about transparency and clarity the other day, and it's it brings so much more out of people. It promotes growth, I swear, because one, you got players that are playing they're playing for whatever reason. They're playing for their kids, their family, they're playing for their money, whatever, but they're playing for something. So they have a why, and they're playing and they're giving their all on the field, because nobody's going to go out on the field and try to just make their own self look bad. That doesn't make sense. So you got players that are all playing for their self or whatever they're playing for. And it's just you have coaches or personnel, GMs, whatever, if they're not being transparent or have clarity, it's you don't even realize what you're doing to the player's mindset. Now the player starts to think should I be playing hard? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing extra work? Should I be doing this? Because they don't give a fuck about me, or they don't care, or they just like this other player, or they're not going to put me in or whatever. It's just even if you don't put me on the field, but if you tell me why or show me why I'm not on the field, even if you just like this corner better than me, tell me that. Don't say, oh, well, you need to do this better when I'm doing it better. It's not being transparent or clear. If you just like this corner better, you think he's better in this way, all right, cool. Then I'm going to go work harder. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to try to find a way. I'm going to request a trade, whatever it may be. But when there's no clarity or transparency, it's how do you even fix the problem? Yeah. So with them doing that, I feel like that's a really good thing, because the coaches get to hear how the players feel. The players get to hear how the coaches feel. And you can only grow from that. You got the problem. You find out what the problem is, and then you get to fix it. And then if you don't fix it after that, then that's when you do trades and whatever. Because it's you'll hear a lot of people get traded or released or whatever, and everybody's damn, what the fuck? It's if there's a question, that means there was no transparency. But if you have that meeting like they had, and you start to see people leave or whatever, you'll know why. And it's just at the end of the day, it's nothing personal. It's just we came to a solution. That's the solution. Yeah. So I feel like that's definitely a positive.
Look, the team came together, coaching staff, and they're admitting that there's a problem.
Yeah.
And how do you attack that problem without really having admittance and saying, you know what, I'll play a part in this, you play a part in this, let's figure it out. I think we'll see what happens what team is going to show up tomorrow night. Monday Night Football against the Detroit Lions. They are a powerhouse this year. They're coming off of a bad loss to the Baltimore Ravens. They're coming off of blood. So I want to see what team responds. But I want to ask you, it's funny because you